Peter Brock back in front. A seesaw race for Brocky. You saw Mark Scaife bolt past him and then run away into the distance.
Bit of flame coming out of Mobile 1 there. We're running lead-free fuel this year, Michael, and the brew that has been concocted to make these engines stay in one piece has
boy, it was fun while it lasted, and boy, hasn't it shown some potential here today. And I guess the idea of Fred Gibson of putting Jimmy Richards, leaving him in the older car and letting Mark run the experimental race today has really paid off, because if Jim is still in there in the championship hunt, and here is the man that goes back into the lead, Peter Brock. Freddie Gibson, team manager for Nissan, talking to Mark Scaife on the two-way, or to Jimmy Richards. So Peter Brock continues to lead. Welcome back to Mallala Raceway. 25 laps completed in the 50-minute round 6 of the Shell Ultra Touring Car Championship. Peter Brock continues to lead, but running in second is Bond, B-O-N-D. Colin Bond, the winner of the Lakeside round, who is absolutely storming after Peter Brock as they head down to the right-hander at the sweeper.
Well, he's certainly in contention here, Michael. There's no question about just hanging around and hoping for the best. This is a determined challenge. Brocky did a slight brake lock up there at the end of the back straight going into the hairpin, and if you're looking at his car, you'd think there is no way that it's going to stay in one piece, but I'm convinced that that's only a mixture setting that they have on their fuel injection system, and it's just using a fair amount of petrol today. And not a mechanical problem, but certainly if Bondi's not careful, he's going to get asphyxiated there being so close, and that muffler is coming straight out the back of Peter's rear of his Sierra. But throwing and sliding the cars in these sweeping corners, they're trying to protect their tires, and they're going to have to, because it's not so much a wear factor with the tires, Michael, that becomes a worry in a circuit like this where you're jumping on the brakes every 2 seconds, but the control of the car under brakes. The tires actually turn a bit like marshmallows. They get warm. They're not that they're really wearing out, but they're just getting such a hammering that they get a little bit soggy. And braking at these things at full bore, I mean, there's only 2 positions in a race car, flatten the gas and flatten the brakes. And when they're flat on the brakes, if the tires start to get soggy, then that's when the movement in the chassis locks up the brakes, either front or rear, generally the rear.
At this stage, Peter Brock coming up on the inside of Chris Lambden and the Bow Repairs Nissan. Put a lap on Chris. Bond closes up just a little under brakes, though Peter was getting away from him in the straight that time.
Brocky Lambden running one of Fred Gibson's ex-cars from last year. He's done a good job, very nicely prepared and presented, and his second year of full Group A professional racing, and doing a good job for what he has.
Not only that, you notice that I think he probably caught sight of Colin Bond on the entry to that corner, realised that he made life difficult, then moved wide so that Bond would have an easy exit. It was good driving on Chris's part. So Brock, Colin Bond and the Caltech Sierra, 1-2 today at Mallala so far.
I think Peter's just laid on a couple of laps here for Colin's benefit to say, don't get any illusions about my position. I'm staying in the lead, and if you can match this pace, you're welcome to pass me. He's opened up at least 3 car lengths from what we can see here in commentary position, and I think he's just happy to let Bondy know, look, you're not retiring me yet.
And while we look at Peter Brock, the top 5 is Brock, Bond, Johnson, Seaton, and Jim Richards is up into 5th spot.
Okay, well, Dick's done a good job running in 3rd. He's got Glenn Seaton fairly close to him as they reel off another lap. Come down to the left-hander. And as Alan said last lap, we notice they're guiding the cars through that turn a little more now. They're not skating them all over the racetrack.